This was one of the pet-sitting stints for my friend's dog, Bella. Her friend had to leave town due to an urgent family emergency and asked me if I could spend a couple of nights at her place taking care of Bella. The house sat in a quiet suburban neighborhood, not particularly exciting. From the moment I entered that house, though, I felt this heavy, oppressive atmosphere. I brushed it off, figuring it was just me being off due to not being accustomed to being alone in a huge, empty house. The first night was all right, at least at first. Bella and I were sitting on the couch, watching TV, and she was snuggled up beside me, peaceful as a still pond. Then, suddenly, I heard this faint whistling sound. It was as though someone stood just outside the door of our apartment, whistling softly as if he called for something or someone. I looked round. There was no one around. Bella has raised her head, attentive ears standing towards the hallway, as if she heard it too. I tried to concentrate on something else, simply telling myself it was just the house settling or something. But then it happened again the next night. It was much louder this time. I was preparing to sleep while Bella was lying by my side. Suddenly, Bella began growling, with a low, deep growl I'd never heard from her before. I sat up and looked around the room. God only knows. I swear that I must have seen just beyond the bedroom door the shadow of someone standing. I held my phone, turned on the flashlight, but no one was there. It was just a hall. Bella refused to look away from the door, though she looked as if she could still see something I couldn't. I freaked out, but I convinced myself that I was imagining things. I mean, this was some alien house, right? But the third night, that's when things got completely creepy. It was already way past midnight, and I was lying in bed, browsed through my phone to pass the time. Then came the whistling again, this time right outside the bedroom door. Bella had started barking wildly as if trying to warn me of something. My heart was racing, but still in a daze. I stood up, took a deep breath, and opened the door. And there, in the dark corridor, was a form, just standing there, glaring back at me, only for a second or so, but long enough to know it wasn't my mind playing tricks on me. Slamming the door shut, Bella and I spent the rest of the night holed up together, hardly getting any sleep at all. The next morning, I went and called my friend, telling her everything. That's when she finally told me. The previous owner of the house had died there, and he had been pretty attached to Bella. Every night, he used to whistle in order to call her into the room.